Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to GI Amplified, and in this video we will be looking at map work. We'll be looking at how to calculate gradient, right, on a map using a physical map. You can see I've got over here, and we'll be looking at how to measure, what steps to do, what steps to follow. Let's get into it. Right, so we're going to be looking at gradient. Now, gradient is your VI over your HE. Now, your VI is your vertical interval over your horizontal equivalent. So this over here is the height difference from the one point to the other. And this is your horizontal equivalent, which is the distance from the one point to the other. Okay, so let's look at 2 points over here. Right. So we're going to be looking at trig beacon 331 and spot height 1226. Okay, so the question will state as follows. Calculate the gradient from trig beacon 3, it is 331, right, to spot height 1226. Okay, so I mean that will be the whole question. So question 1, that's the whole question, right? So in order to do that, we're going to be doing the VI first, the vertical interval. So I've already got one height 1226 in meters. Now trig beacon 331, that essentially is just the name of it. 331 is like its ID number. It is the name of the trig beacon. So I need to go, and you'll see here just off of it, you'll see 1221.5. Now that is the height of the trig beacon. So I have two heights, 1226, and I lost it there, 1221. Now which one is the biggest one? The biggest one is 1226. So you will always say big minus small. So I will say 1226 meters minus 1221.5 meters. Remember, the 0.5 is very, very important. That therefore is equal to, so we take our calculator, always have your calculator with you. So we're going to put 1226 minus 1221.5, and we get 4.5 meters. Okay, so that is the first step. That is now finding our vertical interval. Okay, the next one is finding your horizontal equivalent. Now, horizontal equivalent is also an SLD. Now, an SLD is a straight line distance. It is the distance from one point to another straight, like as the bird flies should it be, right? So now your HE, essentially it's a very easy formula. It is a measurement in millimeters times your scale. Now, scale on this map is 50,000, 1 to 50,000. That means that 1 centimeter on this map is 50,000 centimeters in real life, so on the ground. So if I measure, for example, the length of this block and I get 8 centimeters, right? That means it will be 50 times more than that centimeters in real life. Okay, so I mean that will be 400 centimeters in real life. 400,000 centimeters, right? So the formula is so many millimeters times your scale, which right now is 50,000. And the conversion from millimeters to meters is 1,000. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are going to take our ruler. Okay, I'm just using a nice Lumo ruler so you can see it, right? But you need to measure in millimeters. Ignore the centimeters, always measure in millimeters. You'll be more accurate. So what we are going to do is we are going to place the 0 on the trig beacon. You are going to place it right there at the top of the little triangle. So if you have your triangle over here, right at the top point, that is where you measure from. So we're going to put our ruler like so at the top of the triangle, and we're going to measure from that triangle to that point, and that point gives us 24 millimeters, right? So we have 24 millimeters. But now with this, I always have a range. So if you have, so the range will be 23 to 25 millimeters. So if you got 23 millimeters, you're 100% correct. If you got 25 millimeters, you're 100% correct. And if you got 24, you obviously are correct. So what we are going to do is you simply just put that in your calculator. We are going to put 24 times, put in the brackets, 50,000 divided by 1,000, and we get 1,200. So that means that is equal to 1,200 meters. Okay, so I'm going to move that out of the way for now. Now, with gradient, you have your VI equals your HE. We have our VI 4.5 meters, and we have our HE 1,200 meters. So we can put it in the formula. Gradient is equal to, we put our fraction sign over there. Our VI is 4.5 meters, and our HE is 1,200 meters. Right? Now you have to follow the golden rule. Now, the golden rule states that the top must be equal to 1. The top must always be equal to 1. Okay, so fastest way, how can I get the top equal to 1? Anything divided by itself is 1. So 4.5 divided by 4.5, you'll see gives me 1. Right? I can say 1,000,000, or what's that? 10,000 divided by 10,000 gives me 1. Anything divided by itself is 1. So I can essentially divide this by 4.5 and divide this by 4.5, because remember, what you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom. So I say 1,200 divided by 4.5, and I get 266.66666667, right? But you need to always round off to 2 decimals. So I will have 1 over 266,67, right? And then simply after that, remember, gradient always has to be in the form of a ratio. So your gradient will be 1 equals to 266,67. So this essentially states, if this is my slope, in order to go up by 1 meter, I have to go across by 266,67 meters. Remember, the bigger this number, the gentler the gradient. The smaller this number, the steeper the gradient. And that is how we calculate gradient. Hey guys, so I hope you liked that video explaining gradient to you and how to do the calculation. You see, it is very, very easy. Just need to know the steps, and you need to know what goes where, right? Please remember to like and comment. If this video did help you, if you want any other explanations, please comment and I will do so. But please stay tuned for the next MapWork Skills videos.